Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. As always, we hope to bring you a good show. This is day 18, and we're hoping that this subject today is going to really spark a thought. And here's what I mean by that. Everybody's talking about AI content generation, AI quality, AI realism, AI imagery, AI avatars, just the works. Everything is about AI. All right, that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's do this here. Let's talk about what's going to be the new niches in 2025, the new YouTube niches in 2025. And this is something that you might want to latch on to because you're going to be ahead of the curve, because right now a lot of folks are going to miss this here. They're going to see it. Everybody's going to see it eventually. But if you get in on the front end of it, you'll be one step ahead of everybody else. And that is, they're going to be what they call AI YouTube channels. Man, that's important there. They're going to be AI YouTube channels. And you ask yourself, what is an AI YouTube channel going to be? And primarily, it's going to be a teaching tool. It's going to be like an AI teaching tool. They're going to be showing everybody in 2025, there's going to be a high focus on using AI tools. And those tools are what's going to drive everything going forward. After 2025, you may as well say, it's not a new millennial, but you may as well look at it like that, because everything is going to change after 2025. You're going to have image generation, you're going to have content creation, and one of the big things is going to be coding also. So those three things, trust me when I tell you, that is the baseline. So let me tell you, I'm going to delve into all of them specifically, and I'm going to show you how to prep yourself. When it comes to prepping yourself, and I'm just talking about the enthusiasts now, because those are going to be the ones who's going to take off first. But the enthusiasts and the content creators, when I say the enthusiasts, I'm talking about AI enthusiasts. You have some folks that they're just enamored, fascinated by AI, and that's their thing. They want to just talk about AI, and learn about AI. That's their thing. They just love AI, and those are called the enthusiasts. But if you're here, you're more or less coming from the individual standpoint, where you're looking at content creation, and you want to see probably how the AI is going to help you with your content creation. Watch this here. You ever think about avatars? There's avatars everywhere, and everybody is using them. And you wanting to run your own individual channel are going to be able to use avatars to do so. I mean, we all like to use our faces because sometimes we connect with people better that way. But one of the things that you got to keep in mind too is this here. And I'm not talking about just the enthusiasts. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the regular individual, you and me. These avatars is the thing. It's going to take off. It's going to take off like you won't believe. And we're going to be on the front end. I'm going to be on the front end of it. I haven't created my avatar yet, but I'm just beginning to learn to use I use the Gemini system. I don't want to tell you which system to use, or which AI platform to use, but a lot of people like OpenAI. And when you use the OpenAI, they say that you can tend to learn faster. But me, I'm sort of a Google man, and I like the Bard system. That's where I first started out at. and then it migrated over to Gemini. So I like the Gemini AI, but the OpenAI is equally as good. So those two platforms is where you got to be able to set your feet down and grow. Now, let's delve a little bit deeper. I heard that these tech companies, boy, I tell you what, if you're in tech, get ready. And if you're not in tech, you can kind of research it. It's going to be I don't want to say go into it because I don't like to tell anybody what to do. But the tech companies are getting ready to take off with this here. Not from the individual standpoint, which is where I'm trying to get you to go, but watch what the tech companies do. And when you follow the tech companies, you're on the front end of it. They're going to provide channels. These companies are going to hook up with YouTube. Watch. They're going to hook up with YouTube and establish channels. Like, here's an example. Google is going to have their own channel where they're going to be just, oh man, that's, they do in a sense have it already. But here, look at it this way. I got a way of putting it. Imagine you have NBC, ABC, and CBS. You look at it as having a channel on TV, right? That's dedicated specifically to them. Google, even though they're putting out content right now, they're getting ready to have a it appears they're getting ready to have a dedicated channel where they ain't gonna do nothing but focus on AI tools, AI development, and AI techniques teaching you. It's gonna be a channel that's set up to teach. And man, it's gonna be exciting. And what they're gonna do is, Google is one of the leaders in AI, but here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna make their documentation available to everybody. It looks like they're going to make their documentation and tutorials available to everybody. Every now and then you can go on YouTube and, you can see some guys out there teaching. But when you have somebody who is developing this here and they're releasing it to you, giving you the documentation, and they are creating tutorials for you to learn this, man, I want to kind of, I really want to hammer home this point, and that is, I want to kind of make it exciting. I want you to see it, what I think I see. But I don't feel like I'm connecting right now, and I got to connect. I already used a scenario of like a gold rush, and some people went after it, but I don't want to use that scenario. I can't think of any way to put it to you other than this is going to be a tool that everybody is going to need and everybody's going to have to use. Oh, hey, here's an example. You use a knife and a fork to eat, right? Everybody uses a knife and a fork to eat. It's a tool. And it's a tool that everybody has to use. I mean, if you, somewhat civilized, but that's what the AI is getting ready to be. It's getting ready to be a tool that is on everybody, it's everywhere, and it's going to be mandatory for you to be able to use it, know it. And man, just if you have kids, tell them to go towards the coding. I take that back because I don't want to direct anybody. But the coding piece is going to be big in this here. Oh, and I just said Google is going to be leading this here, right? Google and OpenAI primarily. But they're releasing information now that says that the educational institutions are going to be rolling this out also. And it's going to be on YouTube. I mean, we already have like the MITs and the Harvards. All of them give classes online free, but some of it is pretty technical. I mean, I've actually looked at some of these free courseware, but some of it is pretty technical. Imagine if they were able to simplify an AI tool and make you so comfortable with it, you'll be like, oh man, I could have learned that in the 3rd grade. That's when it's simplified to you. When you go, hey man, this is simple. That's what's getting ready to happen. I'm just giving you right now. Here, let me tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm giving you key words right now. I'm giving you key moments and key events. I'm not going to get into anything that's technical at all. I'm just prepping you. That's the way we can look at it. I'm just prepping you. And this second part of this here, what I'm saying right now is the educational institutes are getting ready to take off with this here and bringing you all of this online stuff. And I can foresee where they're going to get to the point where they need so many creators and so many people involved, there's not going to be a charge. What's going to be so minute, you ain't going to even worry about it. But I can foresee when they, and this sounds crazy, this will sound crazy to a lot of people because they're like, man, nobody's going to get rid of that industry. I can foresee within 25 years that we're going to be on a totally different plane when it comes to education. First of all, you got all these people complaining about the cost of education and these student loans and wanting the presidents to cancel debt and all of this stuff. So this is just my opinion. I can foresee a point where this education is going to go through a major shift, paradigm shift, where this is just me. They're not going to even be billing you for learning in the future. Well, I'm not going to say billing you. You're going to be able to, they're going to put it under the guise of we recognize the talent and, oh, look at it as like a scholarship. They're going to put it under the form of saying that you have potential. But it's going to roll out so wide that majority of the people are going to be able to get all of this here education free. And man, imagine this here. You have, just say 1 billion people. Let's just play with some numbers right now. If you had 1 billion people working on a problem, one problem, I mean, you got the best of the best. And then you got some little bitty young kids, 12 years old, but everybody is working on this problem because there's going to be a reward system in place to say that, hey, you solved this here. You get rewarded with this. So that's getting ready to take place. And that is going to be free. It's going to be free. And that's going to get everybody involved. Oh, when I was saying it's going to get everybody involved, it's going to be coming through YouTube. YouTube. You didn't see that one coming, did you? You didn't see that. You didn't see that coming. I'm not saying you're going to have to show up in a classroom or you're going to be having to go through some kind of a training center at some major corporation or something like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's going to be coming to you through YouTube because that's the new now. And hey, I've got another example. I wish I had found Apple stock when they first, did their public offering. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw it coming. They just looked at a little bitty computer, and nobody saw it coming. And look at it today. Man, you would have taken your riches and you'd be even better off. Let me put it that way. I don't want to put a number to it. I was just going to say, you'd be 40-fold, but it's a little bit higher than that. I would suspect because I would say more. Okay, but let's see here. Oh, these AI-powered tools, one of the things you're going to have, these gnats are out again today. It warmed up. Man, I tell you what, it's been 20 degrees cooler. And no, I take that back. We had a 40-degree, well, about 38-degree swing in temperature. And I'm like, how do these bugs live through that stuff? You know, it's cold one day, they're in there freezing, where you got on a thick jacket and hood. And then 2 days later, you got bugs flying in the air. I'm like, I always thought cold weather killed bugs. But back to what we were saying here, because I'm giving you this AI stuff and these AI powered tools. Here's what I mean by the AI powered tools. Here we go. Now watch this here. Can you imagine you have AI developing AI? Okay. That might sound funny, but listen to it real closely. Imagine having AI developing AI. You have an AI tool that's developing AI generated material. And like, say, for example, coursework developed so simply that it can tailor it to you. Okay, now watch this here. Imagine you have a 5th grade education, and yet you have an AI tool can break it down to the 5th grade level, to like it's talking to you. And then imagine you have somebody who's got like a bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, a little, education underneath their belt. And the AI generate material for them based on their level. They're like, hey man, I see how well you think, and then they can tailor it to him or you or that person. That is going to be called the personalization of it. That's called personalizing it. Personalization, get ready for that word, is on its way. And in 2025, you're catching it right now. You're catching it on the front end of everything. So you're going to be a few steps ahead of everybody. Let me just put it that way. You're going to be ahead of everybody. But the AI personalization is coming up in 2025. And, that's what we began with. We're talking about what's getting ready to happen in 2025 so you can prep yourself and get ready for it. And I'm telling you, it's the AI wave. Oh, let's stick with this here personalization piece. They're going to be teaching you about the AI concepts. The AI concepts. And, man, just imagine this here. Just imagine somebody can make some concepts so simple to you. They speak your language. Like, and this is going to sound crazy. Say, for example, you're a baseball player. And when you talk to other baseball players, y'all know baseball language. And most people don't know baseball language. All right. Most people don't know AI concepts and language and don't know anything about the tools, anything about AI. But just imagine if you're talking to somebody and then they're talking your language, explaining it to you in your language, human-based interaction. God, man, I can't wait until it comes. We're on the front end. I mean, it's already here, but in 2025, buckle up. Put your, what do you call the stirrups? Put your feet in the stirrups, like lock in on the horse. Because this is a wild ride to get ready to take. And, oh, man, it's going to be exciting. But anyway, back to, we were talking about the concepts, right? The AI concepts, they're going to be able to bring you these AI concepts where you're going to be learning. And why? And here, the reason why I'm putting it to you this way is this here. People are going to be learning in different stages. Some people are going to catch it later in the year, and some people are going to get it early in the year. The ones who get it early in the year are going to be they're going to be the ones who's going to get the tools, use the tools, and be able to benefit from the tools. And when I say benefit, let me keep it simple here too. Creating content. You'll be able to create content. And that content is that AI tool is going to help you create content faster. And some folks say, oh, you want to release content once a day. Imagine if you can get to the point where you're releasing 5 pieces of content a day instead of 1. You're 5 times more efficient. You just became 5 times more efficient. So that tool, that AI tool, get ready, is here. Hey, let me tell you about how they're going to give it to you next. And that is, imagine an AI presenter, where you're literally talking. It's almost like, God, what was the name of that? I don't know if you ever saw the movie Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and how they had the robotics totally interfacing, like they understood exactly what you were saying. If you say, hey, I need you to take the cab here. Hey, slow down a little bit. It knew exactly what you were saying. Well, that's what's here too. These AI generated avatars are going to be so human-like. It's going to be like you're sitting at your PC, but you have to have your microphone plugged in, or webcam and stuff. Look here. You're going to be talking to it like you're talking to a person. And you're going to say, hey, I have this here idea. I want you to generate this here. You don't have to type it in. I mean, we'll talk about the coding piece, but watch this here. The coding piece is one thing, but let me keep it simple for you. You're going to be able to talk it to them, talking to an avatar, and the avatar, and you don't have to worry about any broken language, and it didn't pick up this here and it made an error here. The error correction piece was messed all up, and the error checks, and this thing caught half of what I was saying. Those days are over. Those days are over. I mean, these language-based AI avatars aren't going to miss a beat. Aren't missing a beat. And that's in 2025. I'm going back to that. That is 2025. You're going to see an explosion. God, I tell you what, it's almost like, I guess I'm just excited in that, it's almost like, you're getting ready to go to a birthday party and you're 10 and you just can't wait to get there, You just can't wait to get to that party. I guess that's how I sort of feel, I see something coming and I'm excited about it. And God, I just want to introduce it to you and introduce it to the world. Oh, and one of the other things about these avatars, let me stick with the avatars, right? Watch, guess what they said. They're going to have avatars with personalities, different personalities. Like say, for example, you say, hey, I want to talk to somebody that's, that speaks slowly, has a British accent, and is fun to talk to. They laugh a lot, right? You just created your own avatar. In that you'll be able to have one of those type people. No. Let's not call them people. Presenters. You're going to have one of those type presenters. Let's call the avatars presenters. You're going to have one of those type presenters just like how you want them. And you're going to be able to get your stuff delivered to you almost like a McDonald's, the way you want it. So I did want to give you that piece too. These presenters, these avatars, they're going to have personalities. And I do want to focus on that piece, the personality piece. You're going to have avatars with different personalities, and you'll be able to request your specific personality. God, oh man, I keep saying that this is an exciting time, but it truly is. It truly, truly, truly is. All right, we've been walking for a while, and I'm giving you a few things to go on. So, we have day 18. I sure hope I started it off saying that this is day 18 of our walk. But this is day 18. As we're walking and we're talking, we're getting into all kinds of different subject matter. Our niche is wide open in that we talk about everything. And today we're on avatars and we're on AI tools. We're on niches that'll be trending in 2025. We're on, I don't want to call it future related things, but let's just call it engaging. You're in the middle of the new engagement in that in 2025, there's a new way of learning. All right, YouTube, we'll talk to you later.